Hey, if you're new here, I'm attempting to go single-use plastic-free every day for the month of April, aka Earth Month. Every piece that I do use will go into this big bowl. I want to make an update every few days and share a single-use plastic-free product, tip, or idea along with every video. So let's get into it. For days 5 and 6, it was the weekend. I was mostly at home, so it was pretty easy. However, I went to check the mail, and lo and behold, I received an envelope with a little plastic window. This one was out of my control, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm not going to beat myself up. It is what it is. However, this is still going into the bowl. So far, we've just got a couple slip-ups, but we're doing pretty good considering. For today's tip, I wanted to share a couple of products that took me quite some time to find. When trying to ditch tubed toothpaste, I tried out a bunch of different toothpaste tablet brands. Some were great, some not so great. One in particular just straight up tasted like I was brushing my teeth with salt tablets. Yuck. We want these plastic-free alternatives to be better than their plasticky, often non-recyclable counterparts. Otherwise, this transition to a less single-use plastic life becomes an unpleasant process, and we can lose our momentum in this whole thing. On that note, I've got two plastic-free toothpaste tablet products that I've genuinely enjoyed just as much, if not more, than regular tubed toothpaste. One is fluoride-free, the other is not, so if you have a preference, I got you. Starting out with the fluoride-free toothpaste. These Tannit tabs from Tannit were originally my #1 favorite out of all the toothpaste tablets that I had tested. It came in a compostable pouch, it tasted great and minty, and they foamed very nicely, similar to how a regular tubed toothpaste would foam. They use some sort of non-toxic fluoride alternative, which originally seemed fine with me. However, in 2023, this had been the only toothpaste I had used for months, and after a visit to my dentist office, they specifically asked me if I had stopped using toothpaste with fluoride, and suggested I go back to using one that had it. Because of this, I switched to what was at the time my #2 favorite toothpaste tabs that I had tested. These are the toothpaste tablets from Live Coco. Originally my #2 favorite choice, since they weren't as minty and didn't foam as nicely as the Tannit tabs, but they must have changed their formula for the better, because since my last shipment, I found they foam way better and taste a lot more minty, maybe even better than the Tannit tabs. With that, plus the fluoride, I can easily say these are my #1 favorite toothpaste tablets. They come in an aluminum container, which is a lot more effectively recycled than plastic, but you can also reuse these little tins for other things. I'm using some to protect and organize my charging cables in my traveling kits, for example. I am by no means qualified to speak on the effectiveness or safety of either toothpaste or fluoride versus non-fluoride, but I can confirm that after only using this toothpaste between dentist visits, I can finally gladly confirm that they didn't have anything negative to say, aside from telling me I need to up my flossing form, but I feel pretty confident to say that this toothpaste works for me and I will be sticking with it for a while to come. At the time of making this video, both products are pretty comparable in price. However, both are likely more expensive than some of the tubed toothpaste that you'd find at a regular grocery store. This must be the biggest downside, but both of these you can easily bulk order and stock up for many months at a time if you like. Both brands also have other plastic-free solutions, some I may mention later this month in other videos. Absolutely none of the products mentioned have sponsored me in any way, shape, or form. These are just genuinely products that I use or have used on a daily basis and would recommend to my closest friends. As always, I'd just like to add a little reminder that no one needs to be perfect. I'm doing this as a means to challenge myself and find different areas of my life that I can improve. Already, this challenge has introduced me to some stores and products that I love that I may not have found otherwise. I don't expect anyone else to attempt to go completely plastic-free because of my videos. Again, no one needs to be perfect, but little changes can go a long way. The baby steps are the ones that are sustainable, long-lasting. Even if we're just a little more mindful with our consumption, that is a huge win.